Hi Taurus, welcome to your love reading for November 2019. I am replacing the love reading this month with a couples counseling, and it's counseling from spirit, not from me. And the if you're not in a relationship, right? If you're not in a relationship, stick around because you may still find some very interesting information. And if you're trying to manifest something that you just can't seem to manifest into your life yet, again, stick around because you may find out some very useful information. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you for my Taurus friends. I thank you that they look to you for guidance and that they are interested in growing a current relationship or possibly manifesting one into their lives. We look for clear and concise messages. We thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. And we thank you for love, light, and prosperity. Show us what three energies Taurus will be looking at in the couples counseling area of love for the month of November. Okay, we're starting out with base chakra. And then we're going to solar plexus. And then sacrifice. Okay. So we're going to clarify this with the Arcanum Tarot. And while I'm shuffling, I just want to say thank you guys so much. Our little channel continues to grow, and I thank y'all so much for that. This is a community of people that all seem to be headed in the same direction, and I'm just really excited and thrilled with that. Ooh, a card fell. I will show you what it is, but I'm not taking it as part of the reading. If it jumps out again, we'll know it has a very significant meaning, but I hadn't prayed yet, so but anyway, yeah, so thank you for the likes, the subscribes, the shares, all that good stuff, ringing the bell. If you're not a subscriber, thank you for stopping in anyway. We love having you here, and if you resonate with this reading, subscribe. We'd be excited to have you as part of the community. Okay, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, please clarify the energies on the table as it relates to couples counseling love for Taurus. Why do we have base chakra, solar plexus chakra, and sacrifice? Show us clearly. What are these energies about? Please clarify for us what these energies are. We thank you for clear and concise messages and love, light, and prosperity. Okay, base chakra being clarified with High Priestess and Three of Swords. Okay, solar plexus chakra being clarified with the Sun and Death. And sacrifice being clarified with Two of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. Wow. Okay, so we're starting with base chakra. So what is the base chakra? The base chakra talks about our foundational issues or our foundational beliefs about how we show up in relationships, about what makes us feel secure, how we show up in the world, how we get our money, all that stuff. And because we're talking about couples counseling, we're talking about more particularly how a relationship is supposed to be and what is supposed to take place within a relationship. I feel like I have something in my eye. So I feel like this is these are the issues that Spirit's wanting to address in this particular couples counseling session. So we're starting out, it's getting clarified with the High Priestess, right? So I feel like as it clarifies for the base chakra or the root chakra, and it's being clarified with the High Priestess, I feel like you have done some work, and you've been on a spiritual path, okay? And you've done some inner work, and possibly you have focused on your upper chakra energies and not so much on your root chakra, your sacral chakra. Your solar plexus, we're going to get there. Okay, so I feel like you are, possibly you have learned of some kind of betrayal. Okay, so Taurus, if you've learned of some kind of betrayal within this relationship, and your root chakra is screaming and saying, no, this is not how it's supposed to be. This is not gender specific. This can be man or woman. No, this is not how it's supposed to be. Whether it's a betrayal in love, or whether they betrayed your trust, it can go from the smallest incident to from, I said it in the last reading, from not getting home in time for dinner after I worked really hard for the last 2 hours to prepare it, or all the way up to an affair. I feel like this is actually leaning more towards the affair issue, only because it's the other one came out as the general overall energy, which could kind of encompass all kinds of hurts. But this is clarifying. And affairs are real. We have real strong feelings about affairs and cheating and stuff like that, or any other kind of betrayal of trust within the relationship. We have real strong feelings about that based on how we grew up and what we understand. And I feel like this person, you, whoever I'm speaking to, you have been doing some work. You've been on a spiritual path, and you have really worked mindfully about opening up your energy centers to be able to develop your gifts. But perhaps in the energy center of the root chakra, you have a little bit of cloudiness still there about things that possibly don't serve you within a relationship. Because within a relationship, we're dealing with another human being who may or may not be exactly on the same journey that we are, but they are still our match, and they're still our spouse or whatever, or our partner, however that is. So I feel like that's basically who I'm talking to. And there's some blockages right there. So with this solar plexus, okay, because you've been working on developing these gifts, and I call them gifts, and I want to remind everybody when I say that, it's not gifts as in only special people get them. Everybody has this same potential built within them. Some of us develop them. Some of us really believe that we are worthy of developing them, and we do. And some of us think we have to be somebody special. But that's a whole nother topic anyway. So they're saying, focus on your solar plexus as it relates to this heartache, as it relates to this thing that has really made you feel betrayed, whatever it is, whether it's an affair, whether they spent more than you agreed upon. You know, some couples say, if I spend more than $100, I have to let my partner know. If I spend more than $1,000, I have to let my partner know. Whatever those things are, money's a big betrayal sometimes. So if they went off and bought a new truck or a new car and didn't tell you, then that's a betrayal of trust. So and it would be a big issue in your root chakra because it betrayed your trust and it messed with your financial stability, right? Your perceived financial stability. So they're saying, go to your solar plexus and talk to yourself for a minute. Ask yourself, did this person do this with the intention of hurting me? This is a repeated question. Did this person do this with the intention of hurting me? If the answer is no, if you know that they did not do it with the intent of hurting you, then you have to go within and ask yourself some different questions, right? You're getting the Sun card, also came up in the last reading. So it's telling me that I feel like I'm speaking to couples who were meant I mean, you were meant to be together. It was like you're soully connected. And this is something that, whatever this situation is, it's something that kind of rocks you, right? So they're saying, go to your solar plexus. Let your solar plexus talk to you for a little while. Recall the time of innocence in your relationship. Recall the time of when you first met. Pull those memories back into your heart, and let it nurture you. Let the feelings that feel in your solar plexus talk to you about what is your next step, or about um, what is the way to handle it? What is the way forward? Because they're asking you with this death card. I feel like and I know that it is clarifying the solar plexus, but the solar plexus in this particular reading, I hope I'm making this clear as I'm understanding it. I hope my words are good enough to help make it clear. So it's like the death card is asking your solar plexus to help you transform that part of your root chakra that's not serving you anymore. Okay? Some people can really have huge, this can be the loss of a kid within the relationship, and we blame each other for whatever reason. But sometimes these huge things, these bigger things that really hurt, are hard to recover from. So, and they're saying, I feel like they're saying, because they're clarifying the solar plexus with this death card. And the death for me is like transformation. It's like the death of an old cycle and coming into something new, kind of like the world to some extent. So it's like they're saying, let your solar plexus transform this. Let your solar plexus guide you in transforming this. You've done a lot of work on this path, Taurus, to develop these upper energies, to develop your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your claircognizance, all that stuff, to open your third eye. You've done a lot of work to mindfully move forward on this spiritual path. But it's I'm hearing them say this, and I don't have proof of this, but it's very common to bypass those lower energy centers, because this is where the information comes, right? And we forget about this sometimes, those things that don't serve us. So it's almost like they're saying, let your solar plexus guide you, and start here, where you remember the good stuff and you remember the love and you focus on that, and then let your solar plexus talk to you about how to clear the root chakra and how to move past this situation. Basically, they're saying, look at it from a different perspective. Yes, it's been a little murky. Yes, it's been hard. Take a pause, step back, and remember. It's like remember the love is what I keep hearing. Remember the love. Remember the freshness that you breathed in whenever you thought about them in the beginning. Remember those things. Sometimes we have to go back and recapture some moments to be able to move forward. The moments that serve us to be able to move forward, right? And they're saying you're keeping your heart above this murkiness. And it's almost like a direction. Keep your heart above the murkiness. Allow your heart to stay pure in this situation. Don't let anger and resentment and all that taint your heart. Let your heart stay pure and above the murkiness. I love these cards because look, it's saying, y'all, we are in a relationship with another human being, right? You are. I'm not. But anyway, you're in a relationship with another human being, right? So it's saying there's two meat sacks in this relationship. Yes, we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. It does not mean we're perfect, right? It does not mean we're perfect. Not the person that hurt you, and not you either. It does not mean we're perfect. But there is a way for us to balance our individuality within a union. There's a way to do that, and it's by understanding, remembering where it all started, right? And understanding that it's not just me, it's you too. And see, you get to a point where you can truly balance it. Look, on one foot. Look, I'm riding with no hands, Mom. We can move through this smoothly. This water's smooth. We can move through this smoothly if we remember to love, honor, and respect each other as we deal with these tough situations. Because sometimes our humanness gets so offended that our words come out of our mouth and really hurt the other person. Sometimes those things are hard to recover from. So they're saying step back. Look at it from a different perspective. Keep your heart pure in the situation. You can balance this, or else this card would not be here. And it's saying this is your happily ever after. This is what you dreamed of. This is what you wanted, right? This is why you had a hope chest all those years ago. This relationship is what you truly wanted at one time in your life. And this betrayal, whether it's money, another person, an addiction, whatever it is, if it's a repeated pattern, that's different. I don't think that's who this session is for. But if this is something that you're just having trouble overcoming, I believe this is who Spirit is speaking to. And they're wanting you to remember that this is not only what you wanted, but it's absolutely what you can have as you continue to journey forward in this relationship. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you for the couples counseling session with Taurus. Ask you to show us clearly what is the PS. What is the PS for Taurus as it relates to this couples counseling session and love for November? Wow. That's a lot of cards. Let me put my glasses on and see how many cards we got. Okay, I'm taking them all. It is a very big PS. Wow. Starts out with this. The 8 of Swords. These swords, it's like thoughts, right? And I know y'all have heard me say we have to take our thoughts captive. We do. Am I saying we should never have a negative thought? That's impossible. We're going to have a negative thought. Whenever I say take our thoughts captive, that means we have to decide, is this thought beneficial? Is this thought true? Is it even true to begin with? And if it's true, is it beneficial? Because if it's true and there's nothing I can do about it, then for me to dwell on it and worry about it is not beneficial. So take our thoughts captive instead of allowing our thoughts to keep us captive. See, she's falsely imprisoned. She's imprisoned with her thoughts. She can take her hands, wiggle them around, untie that, pull off her blindfold, and move forward. You can do that. With your thoughts, you're in charge. Here's the 12 again. It is the Hanged Man. Same card as this. Keep your heart pure. Step back. Pause. Look at it from a whole different perspective. Remember that the other person involved is also a human being who sometimes makes mistakes. Again, I don't feel this is addressing a couple where one person repeatedly does the same thing over and over again. That's a whole different situation. This is somebody that's going through something, or has recently been through something, or is about to go through something that is going to take a little bit of balancing on your part as you move through it to get to the other side. But what is on the other side? It's this. Look, and I missed this one. It's this, right? It is what you've wanted. It's what you've always wanted. And sometimes what we've always wanted, there's still, like, you want to go to New Jersey. You want to take a road trip to New Jersey. I don't know why I said New Jersey. You want to take a road trip to New Jersey? A long time ago, we used paper maps, and we would map it out. Take a little red marker and map it out on the map, right? And whenever we took off down that road, we didn't know if there was going to be construction. We didn't know if there was going to be a bridge out or a wreck, or, we didn't know. Now we know with the Waze app, right? But back then we didn't know. So I feel like Spirit's wanting me to remind you that, you stepped out on this journey not knowing about, everything wasn't going to, that song just came into my head. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's got to be a little rain sometime. Is that Loretta Lynn? Anyway, so things happen and we have to maneuver our way around them. And sometimes it's hard to balance, right? But here's what they're promising you is that you can balance this, okay? Don't let it keep you so bogged down that you miss the opportunity within the situation, because there's going to be an opportunity. It's going to be an opportunity to deepen the trust, to reignite the flame, to learn something more about each other or about ourselves. It's going to be an opportunity of growth, in the when I'm not a gardener, but whenever the rose bushes, they prune them every year, right? And they cut off perfectly good roses, but then the bush grows back bigger and stronger and more beautiful. So sometimes things like that have to happen. But if we focus on this and we don't let the pruning take place or the purging take place, then we don't get the new cup of more intense love that comes with it. And it's all about a choice, right? We can demonize each other. And I know this card is about addictions and earthly attachments and stuff like that, and all of that applies. It's our choice to hang on to it. It's our choice to hang on to these foundational beliefs about what constitutes our security and our safety and all that. It's our choice to hang on to it or to let it go. See that devil, he has his hand wide open. That string can pull right out of there. So it's your choice. Taurus, this is a fabulous reading. I feel some intense energy with this. Whatever it is you're going through, I hope that this reading has helped you. And down the road, that's what's there. Okay, love you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.